Today we're going to look at another weird and unusual item. That's right. Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. Skeptic for hire. Don't contact me because I don't want to be hired right now. What we're looking at today is a soil sample from the Demon House of Gary, Indiana. And yes, I have a COA which confirms that this soil was taken from there. And really, what does it take? You find out where the house is. Everybody knows where it is. Common knowledge. You zoom up there really quick in the middle of the night. You run out. You grab some dirt. You put it in a bucket. And then you run. And then you take it, put it in a bunch of tiny little vials like this. You sign a certificate of authenticity, a COA, and then you sell them online. Or you keep them for whatever strange, weird reason. Why would you do it? Well, you can make a profit off it, or maybe you just want a souvenir. Why would people buy it? Maybe they want to make a profit off it, or they just want a souvenir. The Demon House is also referred to as the Ammons haunting case. Demon House sounds just a lot more spooky, right? From Wikipedia, the Demon House is an alleged haunting and demonic possession which occurred in Gary, Indiana in 2011. I'm not going to name the people, but supposedly these people and their children claimed paranormal activity occurred in the residence. The story was published in 2014. Is it real? I don't know. Did this come from the actual location of it? Yes. These are referred to as relics and artifacts. They are semi-legitimate in the fact that it's not just weird places like this or haunted locations. Recently, this has been a fairly common thing in Hollywood and from TV shows where people take garments and costumes and outfits they were wearing in the production, they cut a piece off, and bam, put it on a card and call it a relic. Right now, I'm on eBay, and here's something from Game of Thrones. It's a relic card, a card with a piece of a relic glued or attached to it, from outfits that were worn by Cersei Lannister. Lena Headey. Here's another one from House of the Dragon, Season 1. It's a relic card with a piece of a garment worn by Prince Daemon Targaryen. It's a real common thing in Hollywood now. Why do people buy them? Well, they like a TV show. They want something from the production. This was actually shown on camera. Well, that's why they buy them. So if you get a shirt or a pair of pants or a sock that was used in the production, you cut a little piece off it, you cut it into 100 pieces, sell each of those for $20. Look, you have a piece of something that was in this famous TV show or movie that you love. An example I used in a previous video. How about, hey, here's a piece of a sock that Tom Cruise wore in Top Gun. If you look at the scene, here he is putting a boot on over that sock. This is famous. So yeah, the whole relic and artifact thing is not just related to the weird and unusual and paranormal. Not that buying a piece of a sock that Tom Cruise wore in some movie isn't unusual, but yeah. Now this finger quotes relic is a little different than some of the other ones we have. Normally we have a physical item or object or a piece thereof that came from the location. Like that piece we have from the Amityville Horror House. Now I'm sure there are pieces of this house that actually are out on the market somewhere. So why is this just some dirt or some soil from the location rather than a physical object? Well, from Wikipedia, in 2014, Zach Baggins, from the Ghost Adventures TV show, I don't know him, I don't know anything about it, maybe you've heard of the show, there's a bunch of them out there, bought the house for $35,000 and demolished it in January of 2016, after he filmed a documentary in it. And pretty much like any paranormal location out there, there are people who say, we saw this and this really happened. There's people who say, no, it's just a bunch of finger quotes. Hooey. And it never took place. Why was the house demolished? Well, there could be some financial reasons for it, rather than just protecting the world from some demonic force. Think of it. If you are the last person to film a documentary in, say, the Amityville Horror House, you film this fancy documentary and then you say this happened and that happened, and then you raise it to the ground, it doesn't exist anymore, there will be no other documentaries on this. Well, I mean, there really could be more documentaries, but I mean, there will be no more actual documentaries where you walk through the house and say, this has happened and look at this. So was the house destroyed To cement their position in history as the final investigation of this house? Maybe. Was it destroyed to protect the world and the entire universe from something evil? Well, maybe that too. And really, if that was the case, you'd have to dig all the dirt out of there too and just scrape all that off of there, because if there was some weird evil thing in that house, it touched the dirt, and therefore the evil would be in the land there around it, right? So yes, there are varying reasons why a paranormal investigator would destroy something like this. I haven't seen the documentary. Maybe I will. I don't know. But like anything else in the paranormal world, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. All we actually know is this is soil, or dirt if you may, that came from the location where this supposed, finger quotes, demon house was. That we know. As to whether the house was haunted or possessed or contained demonic entities, that's for you to decide. Well, actually, we'll never know because the house doesn't exist anymore. Ka-ching! Alright, so leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.